Hi guys! I am so excited to be making this video. I was asked to make it by incredible people for an incredible website. The website is called Diverse Minds. If you are watching me on my YouTube channel, then the link will be down below, and if you are watching me on the website, then you know where you are and you are in the right place. I guess I better introduce myself. My name is Jade McCann and I am from Ireland, in case you didn't get that from my accent. I'm an Irish lifestyle, mental health and beauty blogger. I'm in third level education and my degree is in cultural studies and English and media, so I do a lot of study when it comes to cultural politics and, ideologies, discourses, things like that. So I do a lot of work around like feminism and all of the things that we need to deal with. I like the idea that we are moving towards a better future, one with more hope and aspiration, motivation, and particularly equality. I feel like we are in a position now to grow and to learn from the mistakes of the past and to really just start to look at the world for what it is. We need to start to empower ourselves and empower other people. And I feel like it shouldn't matter what background anybody comes from. I feel like we should just go for it. And that might sound really obvious, but it isn't, because a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people will prejudge people based on their gender, their sexuality, their skin color, and that upsets me and I don't get it. I really feel like my life's work is going to be dedicated to just deconstructing all of these horrible discourses and binaries. I feel like we need to do something about this. We need to deal with how we look at things before we try to change how everybody else views them. For me, it was as simple as questioning myself. What do I think about people that are gay? What do I think about people of a different skin color? What do I think about only white male presidents? What do I think about female presidents? How do I feel about all this? There were things that I questioned that I really didn't realize I had issues with. It took me a long time to stop prejudging people, because we have grown up in a society where everyone is judged. Everyone has a label. And it wasn't my fault that I thought like that. And if you think like that now, it's not your fault. Unfortunately, we're in a place in the world, that is normalized. So before I got to the stage where I tried to deconstruct discourses, I had to check myself and see where I was at with it. So that is something that helped me on my journey. The other thing that I wanted to talk about and that I wanted to just point out is that this website is a page that has been made to empower particularly women, but women of all cultures. I don't think that anybody realizes how amazing that is. There were 3 waves of feminism. All of them contradicted themselves for each other. And then there was a thing called post-feminism, which basically means that there's no such thing as feminism and everybody should forget about it because, well, you got the vote, what more could you want? So obviously you can see a lot of that is problematic. This website is crucial because it's empowering women of all cultures. That is something so beautiful, because I feel like women of all cultures deserve the opportunity to get an education. They deserve the equality and the social indifference to be gay, to be straight, or to be anything they want to be without being prejudged or put in a box. How did we get here? Why are women expected to be something that they actually cannot be? Why are we expected to be a size 0 and have blonde hair and white skin and have an education and motivation, but also have the perfect balance at home with our oven and our children? Why is that the case? So for it to be dealing with women of all cultures, I think is just something that is, it's really beautiful, and I'm really happy to be a part of it. That might have been very vague, but yeah, I'm going to go forward and tell you what I do. So yeah, as I said, I am a third level student and I study English media and cultural studies. I also run a website. My blog is called Not Another Beauty Blog, and I tend to deal with mental health issues, particularly ones that address women. Although I do believe in the equality of the sexes, I just understand that struggle a little bit more. I talk a lot about how I feel and how I go through my struggle. I don't have a sense of self-importance, but I feel like if I speak about my own struggle, it helps with an identification process that just isn't common nowadays. We're in an era that is unfortunately plagued with falseness and idealism, and people present themselves as things that they aren't. You've got the TV shows, the likes of Catfish and things like that, that are perfect examples of that. So for me to go on and be real and get people that identify with that, I just feel that that is a sense of empowerment that just is so rare today. I am in full-time education. That course is full-time, but I also do a night course in beauty and I work as a makeup artist. In my work, I aim to just normalize things that are normal because I feel like there's a lot of things today that are normalized that shouldn't be. for example, rape culture. So for me, my life and my work, I dedicate to normalizing things that are normal, struggles for people. I try to put myself forward and to work on things in a way that help people identify, so that we can look at where we are and really realize that, our society needs a lot of work. So I started my blog initially because I was struggling with my mental health and I needed something to focus on. As time went on, people began to identify. I built up a base of people that were reading and watching. I started to realize the amount of power that I had and the amount of power that I could potentially have, and I started to motivate myself to use it wisely and to use it for something that I deemed had importance, which eventually was, equality and expression, all the things that I've talked about before. So mental health wise then, the issues that actually led me to write my blog are ongoing. I am one of the people that just suffer with my mental health. Basically, when I first started my blog, I was suffering from depression and anxiety. I then developed an alcohol and drug dependency, and now I've been clean and sober a year. I have taken my readers through all of this with me, and it was so unintentional and embarrassing. But it is something that I'm really grateful for, because I hopefully have been inspiring people to live through their bad days, so that it will get better. I really don't feel a victim anymore. I felt that I was just so beyond repairable, and I sometimes just stop and think, and I'm like, how did I get here? Fighting for the rights of people that have lost their voice, because I know what that feels like. Mental health wise, like in Ireland, it's talked about a lot more now than it ever has been before, which is amazing, but there are still a lot of improvements and developments that need to happen, because I feel like a lot of what we are reinforcing to young people is that you need to be good enough, you're not good enough. I feel like we need to be motivating people rather than judging them. That's something that Ireland is lacking. Recently in Ireland, there was a €20,000 cut in mental health funds from the States. So that's just another concrete illustration of how we really need to rethink our motives. Everyone has mental health. Some people have really good mental health. Some people have, not so good mental health, but everyone has it. And we need to stop putting it in a bracket of mental illness, because there's a huge difference. So if you struggle with your mental health, you might not be bipolar, but you might just find it difficult to get up some days, or you might find social situations hard. If you struggle with your mental illness, you might be clinically diagnosed with depression. So we need to start learning the differences between these, and we also need to start normalizing it so that people don't feel so crazy. As I said, there's a lot of space there for improvement. It's contemporary. It's a contemporary issue, and we're learning as we go. But in Ireland, there is definitely room for improvement there, yes. I want to help create a world that lets women know that it is okay to be a size 14. It's so okay to be even more than that. It's okay to have brown skin or black skin. You don't need to be straight. You don't even need to be in a relationship. You can just focus on you. We have the ability to empower one another, and I am not man-hating here. I really think that women are just as responsible for women's inequality as men are, because there are women that put themselves in that subjective box, that objectify themselves, and that beat down other women. If we want to move forward, we need to look at ourselves first, and how we treat other people, and how we look at other cultural parties, and then we need to start looking at how we can change the discourses that are within our cultures and societies. So, my name is Jade McCann, and I am so for equality and the empowerment of cultural parties that need a voice. And I am so for this website. If you have any spare time at all, give it a look and just go and see how amazing we can be when we put our minds to it. I never want anybody else to feel like they are not good enough, like they're never going to fit in this world. The world is huge, and there is so much room for diversity. We need to start to embrace that and embrace each other. I have so much more to say in such greater depth, but I will leave it there because, I feel like this website's going to deal with a lot of these issues in great context. So I will leave it to the website and you guys can go and check it out. I want to say thank you for this feature. Feel free to come and check me out. Now, I also have a page on Facebook, like a like page or whatever you want to call it, so that's a lot of where my current affairs and stuff go on. I also talk a lot over my Snapchat. My Snapchat is like my current flow of speech and thoughts. So if you guys want to come and follow me on Snapchat, my name is Jademccannx, and you guys are all welcome. But totally do come over. I really want to see you guys there. I will love you and leave you. So thank you for watching. Bye.